Hey, what's going on, guys? Logdotzip here. Today we're looking at updates and features that are different from one another in Minecraft Java and Minecraft Bedrock / Pocket Edition. From differences in how mob behaviors work between games to changes in the way you interact with items and blocks, you'll want to know what's what. We'll be switching between both versions for each feature. Notice here that the Bedrock version has the coordinates in the top left corner of the screen, whereas when we switch over to the Java version, it's no longer there. And hey, if you like playing Minecraft with your friends, then stick around to the end of the video to get yourself a 25% discount code off your very own Minecraft server. Alright, let's start with the Java exclusive features first, and special thanks to Icy for today's world. Number 1, double-click an item while holding an item in order to move them all. We've got a chest inventory here. If we hold this stone and then double-click the other items, we can easily shift them from the chest's inventory to our inventory and back. And you'll notice that we can even do it with items in our hotbar down below when we're not in a chest. But now we've switched over to the Bedrock version of the game, and trying to do the same thing amounts to nothing. You can move singular ones at a time, but there is no ability for you to do any sort of double-clicking to move the items quickly back and forth in large amounts. And more specifically, you also can't do it with your hotbar. It doesn't work. Number 2, the glowing effect. It's a special enchantment only available in the Java version of the game, and it causes mobs to glow. And not only do they glow, but you can see these glowings through other block items. As you can see here, they are all rendering through this building until the effect wears off. Yeah. You can even give yourself the glowing effect, and as you can see here, it's got a very special icon as well. In Bedrock, though, the glowing effect doesn't work at all. It's not implemented in-game. In fact, you can see me try and find it right now by looking for it. Glowing. It does not exist. Nothing happens. Number 3, arrows visibly stick out of players in the Java version of the game. We got our boy here. He's going to help us out for this one. Notice after you've taken a couple shots to the dome by a skeleton, or the knee, or the eye, or the arm, or the leg, etc., they get stuck inside you, whether it's in your back or... Oh, there's the one in the head. I've been waiting. Of course, no problem. The arrows will eventually despawn from your body, so you'll be fine. But hey, now that we're in Bedrock, you can see the difference between how the skeletons fire. We're not getting hit with any arrows, at least visibly on our body. We're still getting struck by them, of course, but they don't pop up anywhere on us. So, much cleaner experience in this version of the game. I'm not sure why they did that. Maybe it's for lag purposes. Stop. Number 4, mob heads have the detection range of their mob. Gosh, that was annoying. We've got a creeper head on hand, or I guess on head. And as you can see here, the normal detection range for a creeper is 16 blocks. So long as we stay in this area, our boy over there, the creeper, is not going to want to have anything to do with us. However, if you look at this, the moment we take this creeper head off, suddenly it's a little bit of a different story. And he runs right on over, takes us out. We can even walk into this red zone, which would normally get us detected by a creeper, but with the mob skull on, and this works for all the different mob skulls and their mob variants, by the way, we are safe at much closer distances. He didn't even care. Now, in Bedrock and the Pocket Edition version of the game, you do have the various mob skulls. However, they do not help at all with the range detection on these mobs. I mean, look, this guy saw me right away. I do have the creeper skull on, and it didn't seem to make any difference. Number 5, the Illusioner and Giant mobs. Check out Big Chungus over here. The Giant currently has no AI, but it is a mob that has been coded into game. And speaking of things that have been coded into game, we've got the Illusioner. The Illusioner is a special type of pillager, illager that constantly is trying to battle you and does it while being invisible and while spawning in clones of him all over the place. And you'll have to look for the special gray particles to know where he's actually standing. And it's kind of hard. Switched over to Bedrock, we'll notice that the Giant is completely missing, and upon pressing this button, nothing spawns in. I assume it was because these two mobs were never supposed to be added into the Bedrock version of the game. Number 6, the spawner minecart. Check out this puppy right here. You can spawn in... Oh, that's what happened. You can spawn in a spawner minecart using in the /summon command found within the Java version of the game. As you can see, it's a minecart with a spawner in it. Apparently it loves killing chickens. Sure. Now we're back on Bedrock, and I don't know, maybe you've noticed something a little different about our minecart friend. There's no spawner inside. That's because the spawner minecart doesn't exist in Bedrock, so deal with it. Number 7, item frames can be placed on the top and bottom of blocks. So check this. You see, look, it's nice. It's on top of this block. You can place item frames pretty much on the face of any different block type in the Java version of Minecraft. There is no discrepancy there at all. Decorate to your heart's content. Now, in the Bedrock version of the game, you'll notice something different here. There's no item frames on the ground. Even though we can place them on the sides of blocks, no problem, trying to right-click on the floor or the ceiling of any of these doesn't do anything. Now, I'm pleased to let you know, as of a recent beta version, you will soon be able to add them to floors and ceilings, but not just yet. Number 8, soul sand is even slower when on top of ice in the Java version of the game. We went pretty slow right here, as you can tell. There's not too much action going on. But with ice underneath soul sand or other blocks that slow you, look at the difference. It is way slower compared to just having soul sand underneath. However, wrapping back around on the Bedrock version of the game, you'll notice that soul sand works normal speed there, but it also has the exact same walking speed despite having ice underneath it in this version of the game. There's no way to compound the slowness of the soul sand in Bedrock. Number 9, the statistics page. Now, if we were to press escape and then go to statistics, we can see all the things we've done in this specific world, such as the amount we've flown, the amount of damage we've taken, the amount of chests we've opened, raids we've completed, etc., etc., etc. It even has breakdowns for general items, items itself, or mobs. We've killed one illusioner, and we've never been killed by an illusioner. Take that! Now, in Bedrock version, all we have is this achievements page, and there is no actual statistics. You do have a whole bunch of achievements that you could be working towards, but there's no way to match the exact amount of blocks you've mined to your world or anything like that. Number 10, spectator game mode. In the Java version of the game, there is a game mode that allows you to go into essentially a ghost mode that lets you clip through anything, move at insane speeds, and ultimately get the best camera angles in town, baby. Look at this. It's a little hard to work sometimes, though. And sadly, in the Bedrock version of the game, there's no spectator mode at all. This button doesn't do anything, so we'll have to walk our sorry booties over to the next section. But good news, we've now reached the next part of the video, the Bedrock features that have all the goodies over the Java version. And we start today with number 11. Burning mobs flash orange and red. When a mob is on fire, you can see that he's constantly glowing orange. It's a lot easier to tell that this mob is taking damage from sunlight, from fire, etc. The fact that he's on fire, it helps a little bit too. Now, back in the Java version of the game, you'll notice that even though they take red-like damage, it's not orange, and it's not consistent, and it's not glowing. The skeleton, he kind of just takes it. Sorry, man, your days are numbered. Number 12, in Pocket Edition / Bedrock, redstone can ring a bell found in villages. Listen in. Lovely. Press the button, hit the bell. Press the button, hit the bell. You don't even need to use buttons. You can use levers, redstone, whatever it is. As long as it's got a redstone pulse, it will work. However, back in the Java version of the game, it does absolutely nothing. The only way you can activate the bell in the Java version of the game is to hit it. And speaking of, have y'all hit that bell yet, baby? To subscribe, do it. Number 13, in Bedrock, droppers and hoppers can insert discs into jukeboxes. This jukebox currently has nothing in it, but we do have a dropper with disc ward right inside. And upon pressing this button, yeah, that's pretty good music for number 13. Not bad. So you can use redstone to fill your music needs in Bedrock. All right, back in the Java version, we see that there is absolutely nothing in our jukebox, and inside this dropper is the disc of choice. But pressing this button does something a little different. As you can see, it just spat out the disc. You're not able to use droppers or dispensers to move discs into jukeboxes in the Java version. It's so sad. Now's the perfect time for that music. Number 14, Silk Touch can collect grass paths. We've got a Silk Touch diamond shovel here, and look what happens when we mine this. We're actually getting lovely grass paths that we can then place essentially wherever we want. If we wanted to, we can just put them right back in here. You can do it with Silk Touch just like you can with so many other blocks in Minecraft. But if we were to try and do the same thing in the Java version of the game, as you can see here, we just get dirt. when we try and dig up paths. Even though it's a silk touch, you're not going to have any luck. You cannot collect the grass path blocks in the same way. Number 15, Book and Quill show 2 pages as well as have some extra button features on the bottom here. So once upon a time, something happened. The end. But notice, we have multiple pages showing at once, and we've got a little special edit button down here, which lets us add a page, swap where the page is, delete a page, move it, etc., etc. Back over to the Java version of the game, if we were to grab this book, you would see that the layout is a little different. The story seems to be a little bit different too, but you only get 1 page at a time. There's no specific edit button, but that's mostly because you can just click with your mouse and place your cursor wherever you want, really. Number 16, food can be eaten in creative mode. Apples, pork chops, carrots, you can do it all. Munch away, baby. Work on that eyesight. Get that protein. Stay away, doctors. Try the very same thing in the Java edition, though, and you will be sorely disappointed. I'm right-clicking. I'm not eating. Not even the apples. Not even your carrots. Microsoft, Mojang, what message are you trying to send? Hashtag we want creative carrots. Number 17, in Bedrock Edition, stripped logs can be crafted into stripped wood. So we've got some stripped spruce logs right here. And if we were to try and place them in our inventory, you'd notice right off the bat that we can get stripped spruce wood as well, which has a nice different texture to it. The same strip texture across every single face of the block. In the Java Edition, you cannot do that, however. Check it out. No recipe exists using the stripped logs. Come on, guys. Number 18, the cartography table can rename maps. No longer do you have to just use an anvil to be able to change the name of your map. You can place it right inside and then change it to anything you want. And that will be the name of that map. And you can hold it, and you can love it, and anything you want will pop up underneath whenever you hold this thing. In Java, though, the cartography table is not quite as useful. We've got a map here, and as you can tell, when we try and put open the cartography table, there's not even an area for us to rename the maps. You'll have to use an anvil. More on maps. Number 19, they can be crafted with 9 paper and no compass needed whatsoever. This is an exclusive feature to Bedrock. 9 paper will get you an empty map. However, look at this map. Notice something quite specific about it? Well, you will in a second. Sure, you can use 9 paper to make a map, but instead, let's remove that center paper, add in 1 compass, and get an empty locator map, which is a slightly different map type. And you'll notice at the top of the screen here, we now have a moving little guy, kind of where my mouse is. It gets really dark, blah, blah, blah. But here's the really cool thing. If you made a map originally without a locator on it, you can use a cartography table to combine it with a compass, and now you have a map that will show players. And so if we look back again, the little marker is now there. Now, for those of you playing the Java Edition version of the game, you will not have any luck trying to turn all paper into a compass recipe. It's not even a real recipe. You have to use the compass right out the bat in order to get a working map. And if you were to try and add a compass to your cartography table in Java, it doesn't even let you. But that's mostly because you don't actually need to. As you can see here, every map comes equipped with its own little locator. You can see mine right up at the top here. Number 20 in Bedrock, large mushrooms generate in swamps. You can see these puppies are huge. Big old, rather large as you could say. You'll only be able to find shrooms of this caliber in Bedrock. Now, over in the Java version of the game, it doesn't exist. So, we could spend time looking around in this swamp, but I can guarantee you we're not going to find a mushroom block that tall. Ooh, a witch though? Yeah, I'm out. But alright, time to wrap today's video with similar features that ended up being differently implemented in both versions. Number 21, in Java, mob spawners default to pigs. So we've got a spawner here. The moment we place this thing down, we'll get some piggies. That's because mob spawners right out the gate spawn in piggies. Oh, you guys are cute. However, in the Bedrock version of the game, monster spawners work a little bit differently. Namely, they don't work. There's nothing inside them out the gate when you place them down in the Bedrock version of the game. If you wanted pigs in your monster spawners, you'd have to right-click them in creative mode with a spawn egg in order to get them to spawn. And of course, this would work the very same for any mob you wanted. So if you wanted wolves or sheep to spawn in, well, you'd need spawn eggs to make it happen. Number 22, Java has a newer chest opening sound. Here, I'm just gonna shut up and I want y'all to listen. Profound! The Bedrock version, however, has the older sound. Listen in. squeakier. Subtler, but squeakier. Is that a word? Not squeakier, subtler. Anyways. Number 23, item frames are entities in Java. You can place multiple item frames in the same block area, such as you can see right here. But to give you a better demonstration, allow me to show you exactly what I'm talking about. You can place item frames right in between all of these like it's nobody's business. Try to do any of that in Bedrock, though, and you will be disappointed. You can place one right on the inside, but the moment you've got an item frame within a square cubic area, you cannot add any more to the within sides of that spot. What did I... Words. Number 24. In Java, the jukebox's now playing text is rainbow colored. You see? Check it out. You see that? He's rainbow colored. What is with the sad music choices? Oh boy, press F in the chat, guys. In Bedrock, however, it's solid purple upon playing this disc. You see, it doesn't change color. Equally sad. And finally, number 25, in Java, jumping into the void is unfriendly. Would you want to come with me? Probably not. Down we go, into the deep void. Our Y level shows we are below the earth, and even in creative mode, we will die instantly. We were in survival for that, but trust me, in creative mode, you'll die too. Now, trying to accomplish this in Bedrock, you'll land on a solid platform. So down we go, plunging into the nothingness. Okay, well, we still died. But doing it in creative mode will lend us a different experience. Check it out. You ready? Look, we're just stuck down here. We're hanging out down here. At -40, there is an invisible platform that keeps you from falling any further. But hey, that's it for the Java and Bedrock exclusive features and differences. We know there's a couple we missed. You can let us know what they were in the comment section below, and we might make another one of these. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Hey guys, thanks for making it to the end of today's video, and a special thank you to our friends over at MCProHosting for sponsoring today's video. If you didn't know, MCProHosting is the largest Minecraft server host, and not only do they have amazing configurations for iOS, Android, Bedrock, and the Java versions of the game, but they offer extensive modded support as well. So grab your very own Minecraft server. Check out the description of today's video for an awesome discount code. It's Logdotzip for 25% off of your first month's hosting. And with that, my friends, check out this amazing Minecraft animation.
I love playing Minecraft, but I hate playing by myself. Well, have we got the perfect thing for you? Who said that? Huh? Hello! Who are you? Did you know that you could be playing on your very own Minecraft server with the new villager plan from MCProHosting? What? I'm glad you asked. The villager plan can handle up to 35 players at once and includes 2 whole gigabytes of RAM. Gigabyte? Yes! Gigabytes. The new villager plan from MCProHosting. Get it now! Or get the little villager plan, available for iOS, Android, and Windows 10 edition. Woo! Yeah! Yeah! What have you done?